Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?
Speeding?
No, it's because your intro sucks. Please step out onto the curbside.
Hey everyone, welcome to another week of the Curbside Podcast, the podcast where we talk about cars and everything to do with cars. My name is Jeff. I drive a 2004 Honda S2000 and I am your Taiwanese American Southern Californian.
What's up, Jeff? I'm Parth. What do I drive? 2016 M3 out here, Northern California. We're back at it again. I'm feeling a little sick, guys, so I apologize if I sound different or make funny noises.
And it's me, Andrew, again, back for another episode. I drive a 2015 BRZ, Taiwanese American, living in Northern California.
And he's not just back, is he, Jeff?
No, he is hired.
Yeah. He was like,
Part of
this
the
is fun.
squad.
We're like, do you want to be part of the team? He's like, yeah, dude. So we hired his ass for $0 an hour. As much as I make, dude. So this is basically the future of what Top Gear was, you know? You had the two guys, and then you had the third guy coming in a little bit later, but...
This is we're going to be the same thing, right?
Exactly, dude, exactly.
We're going to be traveling the world in multi-million-dollar cars.
Yeah, and then we're going to be just doing podcasts. Well, hey, actually, off of Top Gear, I was thinking about this earlier today, and, Ford vs. Ferrari's coming out, like, today, right, I think?
Yeah, it came out last night, actually.
Last night, yeah, the late night premiere shit. That got me thinking, like, people are saying, this is about to be like the motoring car movie of the decade. It's about to be, about Ford and Ferrari, basically, and Carroll Shelby and all that shit. There's been other, like, car movies and car TV shows and all that stuff, with Top Gear, we talked about it. What shows or what movies has been, like, something you guys, like, watch and, like, look forward to and has, like, kind of been an inspiration or a part of your car journey type thing?
Top Gear.
Fast and Furious.
What about Grand Tour, though?
That too.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Grand Tour started anything for us.
Yeah, it was like a thank God they're back.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Fast and Furious, the first one, though.
Yeah, the first, up till, like, 4, maybe?
I don't know. I wouldn't even go that far. I'd just say the first one. And Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift might have been, like, the peak, and then that was it.
And then after that, just the whole thing just went to money-making scheme shit thing.
The Rock knocking everyone out.
Jason Statham knocking everyone out.
And then what's that bald guy's name again? Vin Diesel? Yeah, him.
Vin Diesel knocking everyone out.
Knocking everyone out. Talk about family and shit.
Fast and Furious is just like a saga of bald, buff people knocking people out.
Exactly, dude. That's what Fast and Furious has become now. But like the first one, though, that shit was like, if you're a car guy and you haven't watched the first one, you're kind of like...
If you didn't watch the first one, you're probably not listening to this podcast.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably not into cars either, then.
I'm about to get hella roasted because I still haven't watched it.
Are you serious?
What? You've never watched the first two?
No.
What the hell, dude?
I think I watched, like, starting from probably 5 or 6.
So you watched all the shitty ones?
My.
Exactly, yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I just wasn't into them as a kid.
But then again, you don't watch like a lot of like pivotal movies anyway, and you just watch like clips on YouTube and like, yeah, bro, I know this movie. I'm like, damn, you watched that movie? He's like, nah. I'm like, what the fuck? How do you know about this movie then? And like the plot and like all this other shit. I watched like YouTube videos on it. I'm like, bruh, why not just watch the movie?
Yeah, I might have watched enough clips of the Fast and Furious.
Yeah, he knows all the classic scenes.
Like, the 25-mile long runway scene in the, what is it, the 6th or 7th one?
Oh, yeah. And the tank that goes 500 miles per hour.
Let's talk about the good ones.
The first one.
All right, my favorite scene, okay? My favorite scene is, what's-his-face, racing Johnny Tran in his S2000. His fantastic line, it's like, I'm about to race someone in a Honda 2000.
Oh, that...
And he's like, dude, no, don't do it. He's got over $100,000 under that hood.
And then even after that, he has to hit him with the Nas. Too soon, Junior.
Man, you got classic lines from those movies. Toretto!
But I feel like I didn't...
to my house! Disrespected me in front of my family!
But I feel like the actual media like really like propelled me into cars with Top Gear.
Toretto!
Okay. Top Gear. What I accidentally found out about the show called Top Gear. We one time because we had Dish, and then like. You know how Dish has a thing like top 100, top 200 packages and all that other shit? So in one of the packages, we apparently got BBC. And I think I was literally just bored as shit one day and was flipping through the guide. And I found freaking on BBC America, the show called Top Gear. I'm like, Top Gear? That sounds like a car thing. What the hell is this about? And it's like, motoring show with Jeremy Clarkson and what the hell's his name? James May and Richard Hammond. I'm like, okay, what the hell is this? And I just tuned in and I watched it. And then I think they're having one of those like where marathon sessions where they have it running for like the next 12 hours. So I watched probably like 3-4 hours worth of Top Gear that night. Then I recorded the rest of the 12 hours. And then I watched all that. I'm like, this is a fantastic show. What the hell is this? And then they put it up on Netflix. And I just watched all of them. Just learned hella about cars through that. And then I was like, all right, so there's media for cars available. So then got into like the YouTube shit. Got into the phase of like following every single car YouTuber to the point where like, you know everything about their life. That thankfully that started dying off in college, and now I have no idea what anybody in the car scene's doing. To be honest, you know the only car YouTuber I watch now because he's actually giving out proper information? Fucking Doug DeMuro, dude.
Oh my god.
Dude, I freaking love Doug. Dude, Doug is a straight up meme. Like, I've seen even like non-car channels reference him. I saw someone building a PC talking about the Doug score, dude.
Dude, the guy's fantastic. He actually gives good information. Like, if I was ever in a market for a car, I'm definitely watching Doug's video.
Because then I know how to unlock my own trunk.
Exactly. Dude, and then in some like cars, dude, that shit's not easy, you know? And then Doug shows you how to do it. And then you show up to the dealership, and then all of a sudden you look hella smart. Like, oh yeah, bro. He's like, oh, let me show you how to do this. Oh, bro, don't worry. I already know how to do that. Oh, you're a serious buyer. Oh, okay. I see you. That's right, bitch. Doug DeMuro, what's up? Yo, Doug, if you listen to this shit, we'd love to have you on, man.
And then we could start out our podcast with, this is the Curbside Podcast.
And then you can give our podcast a Doug score. Real quick, though. Have you seen his comment sections, right? Doug said apparently the first thing you notice when you look at the interior is, and then the guys like me, the fact that the seats and steering wheel are bright white. Doug, this little plaque on the door seal. He's a fucking genius, dude. Dude has 3 million viewers off this thing, dude. He's found the formula.
All right, I want to get back to Top Gear, because Andrew, you've watched Top Gear before, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you introduced me to Top Gear. You were watching it, and then you won some like sweepstakes to fly out to England or something, and then
what?
You didn't go, and then I just started
Hong Kong.
Oh, Hong Kong.
Wait, what, Jeff? You never told me this shit.
You like reviewed your Odyssey or something.
So basically, what Top Gear was doing at one time was like, you know how they were doing Top Gear live shows?
Yeah.
And, I had my YouTube channel, and I had been a fan of Top Gear, and I was like, hey, if I, get my name on there somehow, I might not go, but hey, free marketing.
Okay.
The prompt was to come up with an idea good enough for like a Top Gear sketch or something.
Okay.
And my idea was like, why not have the three of them buy used minivans.
Okay.
And try to make them into mod them into Mitsubishi Evos or something, So that I made my video of that, and I didn't win the big prize or whatever, but I did end up winning tickets to the Hong Kong Top Gear live show.
And you didn't go.
That, I was never gonna go to Hong Kong, so I could. Yeah, I got my name out there, maybe? No, not really. I'm not famous right now.
Damn, that's sick. You could have gone to their live shit then.
Yeah, but, travel plans at that time were not up to me because wasn't old enough. Was that really how you got into Top Gear?
Yeah, you showed me Top Gear. I had no idea what that shit was. Yeah, and then we just started watching random episodes. I think, I don't even know how we started watching it, but we just started watching episodes. There was an episode about the Evo, what was it, the Evo 8, where they raced against the Murcielago, and I was like, damn, this is a cool show.
Because Andrew's dream car at the time, and maybe now is
still
the Evo.
Is.
Evo's in it? Yeah, I gotta watch this show.
Yeah, anything Evo, I'm there.
Yeah, well, I've told my story about how I got into Top Gear. It was, my parents bought an Odyssey. I was like, oh, cool, cars. And I was like, what's my dream car? Smart car at the time.
Oh, yeah, your dumbass wanted a smart car. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And I looked up smart car, and that that led me to Top Gear's review of the Smart Roadster. And I was like, oh, I like this review. And I searched up more, and I found more and more videos of Top Gear until I found myself basically binge watching the entire, 10 seasons at the time, 3 times over each episode.
God damn.
So much of my life was just sitting there during summer, sitting in front of the computer, watching.
Well, okay, so then we've all seen Top Gear, right? So what's your guys' favorite episode?
That's tough.
Mine's the Bolivia special. Remember when they get 3 second or freaking 50-hand SUVs? Remember they had the red Range Rover, the Toyota. There was the Land Cruiser, and the freaking James May got that. What was that freaking small ass SUV?
The Suzuki.
Yeah, the Suzuki one.
Yeah, the 3-wheel drive Suzuki.
That to this day, I can watch that episode any time it comes on. I wish Netflix still had the old Top Gear, or even Amazon Prime. They had old Top Gear for a while. I cannot find that whole episode again unless you want to pay for it, dude. And that's the best episode. Where is it?
It is on Motor Trend On Demand.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Another YouTube channel that pissed me off, dude.
Yeah, I want to know how many people
shit.
are actually subscribed to that bullshit. There's so much
Honestly,
content out there, and they want to charge for. Oh my god, yeah, it's stupid.
You can watch the rest of this video on your freaking Motor Trend On Demand. I'm like, bullshit. I'm done. I'll watch this somewhere else. I'll go watch Doug DeMuro. Straight up, man. That guy don't charge shit for nothing. But yeah, dude, the Bolivia special. That still to this day.
What's your favorite moment from that episode?
Oh, dude. It has to be when freaking Richard Hammond's freaking Toyota rolls down the cliff and he's chasing after it.
My donkey!
My donkey! You could tell that shit was scripted, but it was still hella funny.
What about you, Andrew?
Favorite episode? There's just so many. There was the one where I think it was Hammond. He was driving an old bug-eyed WRX. And they're going through Africa or something. And then he ended up with the toilet seat as the hood scoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was fantastic too. All the specials were great.
Yeah, the specials are really good.
I feel like if you ask anyone what their favorite episode is, it'll be a special. What's yours, Jeff?
Oh, that's so hard. I've watched so much Top Gear that. Oh my gosh.
Grand Tour included. How's that?
That makes it even harder.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, let's make it easier for you, Jeff. Let's put more choices in.
especially with the last season, dude. The last season had some lit specials, dude.
Oh, he's not my favorite, but here's what I thought was incredibly funny. The one where they bought 3 very fuel efficient hatchbacks.
Yeah.
And they were told, run out of gas before you get to Chernobyl.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember that
Driving
one.
with the doors open, bricks on it and everything.
And Clarkson's like, all right, time to get there.
Didn't Richard Hammond do the opposite and he made his car hella lightweight or something?
No, he taped up the seams.
He made it more aerodynamic.
At some point, he was driving it straight up zigzags across the highway because he was like, this covers more distance.
Yeah. Who ended up going through it? Was it James May? Or no, it was Clarkson.
Clarkson made it all the way to Chernobyl, even though he was heater on, heated seats on, cooled seats
Doors
on.
open. Yeah, that one is fantastic.
Vietnam is up there.
Vietnam's fantastic.
Yeah, I think for me, I would have to say one of my favorites, probably mostly based purely on nostalgia, was their first America.
I was going to say that too.
Their first America special.
Which one was that?
It was...
Was it the one with the Viper LFA? Oh.
Or was it the Miami one? Where they put a cow on the hood?
Yes.
That's the Miami one. Yeah.
Yeah. The one where they went back and James bought an old Cadillac.
Yeah. And
Hammond had a
truck.
white pickup truck, and Jeremy had an old Camaro.
And then they put shit on it like freaking vote for Hillary and NASCAR is gay or some shit like that. Yeah, and they were actually about to get their shit shot at in that gas station. Yeah, dude, that was fantastic. They put a cow on the hood of the car, dude, and apparently he got hella flack for that after.
I feel like those 3 guys are always in trouble with PETA or some animal rights.
But I
Like the whole-
I like how they don't give a shit. Like I wish more people were like that.
Yeah, there is no consumer advice in that show.
Yeah, no consumer advice, no, like nothing intelligent. In
Yeah,
that
no
show.
useful information. But it wouldn't be Top Gear if they were like, oh, this is the brand new F-150. It has this much horsepower. No one cares. Blow it up.
Tell me about the stupid shit.
Yeah, another YouTube channel or production, I guess, that really influenced me and got me into like the nitty gritty details about cars is Chris Harris.
I didn't watch a lot of Chris Harris actually.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I know who he is, and I did watch some of his videos, and like, you know, I like what he said about the new NSX.
Yeah. He just like, he reviews the cars and he like drives the piss out of them. And like, you can see like the expression on his face. You get excited with him. It's like, it's amazing. Like the one where he reviewed the P1, what is it, in Saudi Arabia or something?
Because the different thing about him was he's actually, you could tell he is a fantastic driver.
Yeah, and an actual journalist.
Yeah, and actually, which makes a difference in his views.
That's why I didn't like it. Like I mean, they put him on the new Top Gear, but I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
he was doing a lot better on YouTube, man. Like that guy was built
Yeah,
for
because
YouTube.
the thing with the new Top Gear is it's Top Gear. So they're trying to capture what made Top Gear, which was three idiots
Yeah.
Yeah.
dicking around with cars. Because they got pretty much real journalists.
No, who was the
and
other guy? The other guy's
Joey
not a journalist.
from
He's
Friends.
from yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Matt LeBlanc.
Matt LeBlanc, dude.
Yeah, Matt LeBlanc. And they tried to like force
Force a movie actor, a really good car journalist, and some rando to like have the same chemistry as those three who've been working together for years.
Yeah, because that chemistry was built on a natural friendship that developed over like 10, 20 seasons.
Yeah.
You can't just get three randos and
Yeah.
put them together
Have
and
the
like, hey,
same.
look. It's not Top Gear.
No.
It's just the whole thing that made Top Gear work was James, Jeremy, and Richard
Yeah.
together with them yelling, Hammond! Hammond!
So to put
Clocks
to since we're a podcast that gives advice sometimes, so
Yes.
the only people worth watching today are the Grand Tour because that's where those three
Yes.
are. Old Top Gear before they all got fired, and Doug DeMuro.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
This is sound advice from this show.
Yes.
The only three car shows you're allowed to watch.
Doug DeMuro, Old Top Gear, and Grand Tour, in that order.
And Chris Harris.
And Chris Harris, like if nobody else is uploading.
Yeah, if you want real information.
Hey, don't talk shit about Doug, man. He gives real information. Did you know there's a small plaque on the door of a McLaren P1? No, you didn't. Doug did.
That's right, Chris Harris.
Yeah, everybody can drift around a track. Come on.
So, closing off on this, I want to talk about that last episode of the last season of Grand Tour.
No, dude, it's hella emotional.
Yeah, dude, that closing. Andrew, did you see it?
Probably, I just don't remember.
So they were closing up the season because they're not going to be doing their old format anymore. The Conversation Street, the car reviews and whatnot, and they're just moving on to
Just specials.
specials like road trips and stuff.
And that too, they're not coming out like too often. They're like there's supposed to be a Christmas one coming up, and like that's it.
Yeah. Jeremy started saying like, oh, and you know what is another British thing that's not going to last anymore? And it's like, us. I thought he was joking at first. Yeah. And then he started like actually kind of breaking down and getting teary-eyed, and because of what he's been doing for over a decade is like coming to an end. And I was like, oh man.
No, I think it was more than a decade, right? Didn't he say like 20 years or something?
Yeah, I mean, he started off at his old Top Gear too.
Yeah.
And then
with his
like
perm and like purple suits and
yeah. Yeah, so he started off as that, and then the show died, and then he brought it back with the producer in this new format that, clearly is very successful.
Yeah.
It's sad that it's coming to an end.
Yeah, it's changing. They're probably gonna retire soon. The guys they're getting old.
They're
man.
getting old. So the question is, who's gonna replace them?
Yeah.
I say they sign us up. Man.
Yeah, I mean, we have the same roots. We have the same roots, man.
All right, guys, you ready to move on to
sponsored
this
break.
sponsored break? All right, welcome to our sponsored break. Parth, what is our sponsor?
NyQuil. No, I'm kidding. So this week's sponsor is Sapien. Sapien is a blockchain-based social network that always uses for high-quality content with cryptocurrency. Sign up today at www.sapien.network to start earning today. Thank you, Sapien. We appreciate it. Go find it. Go find it. Go sign up. And, yeah.
Oh, cool. And then, as always, the Curbside Podcast is sponsored by ourselves. You can visit us at thecurbsidepodcast.com and find all our stuff there. And if you want to sponsor and help out our show, please contact us at thecurbsidepodcast@gmail.com. It'd be awesome if someone just,
come on, man. We're the new Top Gear. Somebody throw us $1, bro. Like, get your shit together, people. You guys want to be on this train now. You want to be on this train now. God damn. Stop being such freaking, not selfish. What are those people who are, like, hella strict with their money in, like, a weird way?
Stingy.
Stingy, yeah. Stop being so fucking stingy.
Yeah. This is how we encourage advertisers to come on our show. Just call them stingy and selfish.
Yeah. You're probably going to go spend $250 on AirPods, but you can't throw $5 our way. Okay.
We're not entitled, I promise. All right, let's get back to the show for some news. All right. Who's got some news?
I got news.
Yay.
Okay, what's your news?
I got hella news. Dodge.
Okay.
So Dodge, congratulations to Dodge. It makes its first appearance in the top 10 of Consumer Reports reliability study. Hell yeah.
Whoa, yeah.
And the cars that brought it up there is the Challenger and the Grand Caravan.
Oh, yeah. You mean the only two cars they make?
I mean, the Charger is also there. And then the Dart.
Good, okay.
And then their trucks, Ram.
My favorite is like if Chrysler made it up there with the Chrysler 300 and the Pacifica, that's literally the only two cars they make.
Well, see, actually, Chrysler moved up 7 spots to 19th place thanks to the Chrysler 300.
Wow.
Yeah. And Dodge was the only U.S. brand to appear in the top 10 among Japanese and Korean brands, which claimed 7 of the 10 spots. Lexus, Mazda, Toyota occupy the top 3, followed by Porsche, Genesis, Hyundai. Wow, Genesis is a different brand?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, dude. Okay, well, Hyundai's got the shit on lockdown. Genesis, Hyundai, and Subaru at 7.
Hey.
Kia finished 9th, and then at 10th place, you got Dodge. You got Dodge.
Come on, American manufacturers. Come on.
Get on Dodge's level, bro.
The Korean cars are in the top 10 reliability survey. Growing up, people only bought Korean cars because they had such a good warranty. And the reason why they had such a good warranty was because they were bound to blow up in 2 years.
Yeah.
Come on, America.
I just find it...
We can do this.
I find it amazing that Porsche's in the top 10 with the German. That's the only German car manufacturer.
I was surprised to hear that, too.
But this is good news, Jeff. Because remember I was telling you earlier this week, I want to get a Challenger Hellcat wide body.
Yes.
Dodge is in the top 10. I'll be good to go with that car.
Yes.
You're going to buy that
good.
car for the reliability.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I
It's a
bought
more
it.
reliable car than my M3.
Why did you get the Hellcat wide body? Because of the power? No. Because of the 0 to 60?
No.
Handling? No. Reliability. Yeah.
It's better than BMW.
I bought a Prius for the performance.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I daily my Charger, and then I, take the Prius up in the canyons of the weekend. Have you guys seen that, though? I mean, come on. You guys haven't seen that shit? Have you seen that shit?
What shit are we talking about?
The Charger Hellcat wide body, 2020.
Oh, yeah. Yep, looking at it right now. That thing looks amazing.
Sick. It's so nice looking, dude. And the thing is, like, if you want to save like 20 grand, you can just buy the Scat Pack, and it has literally the same exact thing as the Hellcat, except for the supercharger. But the Hellcat wide body, dude, it looks so nice. Like, I really like how that looks. 707 horsepower supercharged V8, and it costs $40,000 less than a competing German sedan.
707, isn't that just the
It's a Hellcat.
Hellcat?
That's the Hellcat, yeah. It's the same engine. They just have a wide body now. Because the problem with the old Hellcat was it had too small of rear tires to do any kind of like anything. The actual handling and performance was kind of shit because it ran like 285 stock for 707 horsepower. So Dodge is like, we'll fix that. And they came out with this wide body version for the Challenger and the Charger that's running 305 all around. And I just think the wide body makes it look even better.
Yeah, and the little double hood scoops looks pretty epic too.
Like I liked how the old Charger looks at the Hellcat, and I like how this one looks even more. It's fantastic. I want this really, really bad. Like if you said like right now, what car do you want to replace the M3? It would definitely be the Charger Hellcat. The Charger, not the Challenger. All right. Before I keep going off on Dodge, I have some more news. Ferrari released a new Grand Touring car. I think a few days ago, the Ferrari Roma. It has a twin turbo V8 making 600 and some horsepower. I think it's the same engine that's in like the FF and shit, or not the FF. What's the new one called?
The GTC 4
Lusso. Yeah. I think it's the same engine. So this is not their front engine V12 that always comes out, like the big Grand Tour. This is then I quote, apparently this is what the person who was revealing the car at the Ferrari event said. Like, this is for the people who are afraid to buy a Ferrari but want to have the luxury and the performance and the feel of a Ferrari. I'm like, so you're catering to fucking pussies? Like, that's literally what this guy said. He's like, this is for people that want a Ferrari but are scared to buy one. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
what does that even mean? That means nothing.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, so apparently, like, because, people don't buy Ferraris because they're scared, like, oh, it's such a high-performance car and, reliability and can I use it every day? I would like a Ferrari, but they're obviously not car people. They're just freaking people who like brands and shit. So, basically, the guy who revealed it said, we're making this Ferrari for people to show off in. So if you want to buy a Ferrari to show off, you buy this one.
So, what do you guys think of this thing?
I like it. The front looks like an Aston Martin, but I like how the rest of the car looks.
The whole thing doesn't look like a Ferrari at all.
That's exactly what like I was thinking too. I saw this and I'm like, this misses every single like styling thing I love about Ferraris.
No, dude, it looks really nice.
I think it just looks like an Aston. Like, I mean, Astons are nice looking, but this doesn't look like a Ferrari to me.
Yeah, this would be like a really cool Aston Martin, but like for a Ferrari, doesn't hit the same.
But see, then again, it's not for people who like Ferraris. It's for people who are afraid of Ferraris, or whatever the fuck that means.
I still don't understand what that means, but okay.
Right? Like, I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. Like, I don't like Ferrari, just don't buy a Ferrari.
No. Ferrari wants people who don't want Ferraris to buy Ferraris now.
Because this just looks kind of like, it's just like, oh, look, generic Grand Touring car.
Yeah. Like, I think it looks good. I agree it doesn't look like a typical Ferrari. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I still think it looks good, though. But what pisses me off is they're actually catering to people that are pussies to buy Ferraris because they're just afraid of reliability or performance or daily driving it or whatever the fuck their problem is. And they're actually catering to those people. And again, what this shows is the thing that people have been talking about now, where Ferrari's going to start making so many different models and so many different like lines of cars that they're going to start becoming like BMW, like what BMW is doing, except like kind of a smaller scale. They're going to have so many different types of cars that you're just like, what the fuck do I do? Which one do I pick?
That by itself just makes like, I don't know, that just makes it suck even more to me.
Yeah.
Like you're Ferrari, like
you're exclusive.
Have you seen? Yeah, exactly. Have you seen like the SF90 Stradale?
Yeah, like what is that? Like it's a cool car, but where does it sit in your, platform? It's not your hypercar V12 replacement. It's not the LaFerrari replacement. It's not your mid-engine V8 replacement. That's the Pista. It's not your front-engine V12 because obviously it's not a front-engine V12. What the hell is it? Like it doesn't make any sense where it sits.
So this is the problem I have with this car. It's not a bad looking car. It's actually a pretty good looking car. Okay, but it literally feels like you buy this car because you missed every single point about Ferrari, except the name Ferrari.
The badge, yes.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like a Ferrari. The interior doesn't really look like a Ferrari. That could be like an Acura, to be honest. And then, no joke. Like look at the Ferrari Roma interior. Look up the Acura RDX interior.
Yeah, dude.
Look at the center.
They got all these like screens and shit. Like I'm like, since when do you put all these screens in a Ferrari?
The clientele for this this car here is just consumer advice to them. Just don't buy a Ferrari.
Well, if you're serious about buying a Ferrari, don't buy this one. If you're afraid to buy a Ferrari, according to the Ferrari people, buy this one.
Just buy an Aston and stick a Ferrari badge on it.
This is actually cheap.
If you're scared to buy a Ferrari,
is it
go
cheaper?
buy a
It starts at
DB11.
$220,000. Is that cheaper than an Aston or no? I don't know how much V8
it's about the
Vantage
same.
is.
DB11 is 201.
So the Vantage is probably cheaper?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, go buy an Aston.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah.
Also, a funny thing about this, have you guys seen the key?
Oh, the key. Okay, that I wish to implement onto more of their cars. That is pretty sick, though.
Have you seen the key, Andrew?
Yeah, it looks like a gift store keychain.
No, dude, the key looks sick, dude.
No.
Dude,
It looks like someone went up to a Ferrari, like pried the badge off, and is like, "There you go. Here's
we'll
the key."
stick it to a remote. Yeah, but it looks sick though. Like I wish they did that more.
Really? I mean, this looks like something you could buy at the Ferrari gift
Yeah,
shop.
seriously, it looks cheap to me. Like,
But dude,
this
look
looks
how
like
much.
a
Look
$10
how much.
keychain.
Look how much flex you have, dude. You're just holding a Ferrari badge in your pocket, dude.
No, I'd rather have a key that looks like a key.
No,
Right?
dude, I think this looks sick.
I don't know, man. Like, you go to the Ferrari gift shop, buy like a Ferrari badge, and be like, "Hey, look, I have a Ferrari Roma."
Yeah,
now,
but you're
dude.
dumb.
Like,
dude.
just don't turn it
don't
over.
Have a car.
No, you buy this, okay? You buy this from the gift shop. You take it. You walk up to your Aston Martin and get it, and then there you go. It's the same idea. I don't understand this car. I really do not.
You won't lose a key though.
Unless you drop it in the gift shop there, and then you're screwed.
Yeah, someone will buy your car for $15. So, some news. The McLaren Elva, $1.7 million.
Ooh,
Looking pretty
great.
sweet.
yeah, I saw that. It doesn't have a windshield.
Yeah, no windshield, so...
Freaking $1.7
They
million.
can't even give you
don't
a
get
windshield, dude. What the fuck? The Senna's looking like a bargain now at this point. They give you
better
a front
come with,
and
like-
back windshield.
So what's the specs on this thing?
804 horsepower out of a twin-turbo V8.
Jeez, with no windshield?
No
Yeah.
windshield. Yeah, seriously.
Freaking a fly is gonna go through your eye into your brain out the back of your
Especially
head,
with a 0 to 60, less than 3 seconds.
Yeah, a lot of dead Elva owners.
Because of flies. But let's be honest, I think it's like, what, 399 units going to be made? Everyone who's going to buy it is going to put it in the garage. So it sits there for about 5 years, and then they sell it for $5 million. This is the kind of car they don't even bring out. They just keep it there in the garage. Oh, the sun's a little too bright today. I can't drive the Elva.
Yeah, I wonder if this is even street legal without the windshield.
I think they have like a
Yeah.
wind deflector. Which
It
makes
looks
it
like the
illegal.
speedometer.
Yeah, I think that's what the wind deflector is.
I've seen it. It says how the new $1.7 million McLaren Elva creates a bubble of calm to protect the driver and passenger from wind despite having no roof or windscreen. So it looks like there's a flap
Yeah.
at the very front of the car that lifts up and makes a bubble.
Yeah. I have it right here. It says, quoted to be a relatively calm bubble.
Oh, here, actually, Jalopnik is saying, McLaren claims the Elva has been homologated for every market, and because of that, the car is also available with a fixed windshield. There you go.
Oh,
I'd rather get the one with the
look at
windshield.
that. How many extra dineros is that?
It doesn't say. I'm going to say like, yeah, it doesn't say. I would say like 20 grand.
Probably.
20? I was thinking 50.
Okay, we were talking about, Korean cars earlier, about how they're reliable and whatnot now, which is actually, good on them, because out of all the, different countries that's been making cars, the Korean cars they jumped a huge gap, and now they're making decent cars versus what they were making before.
Out of
they have the
nowhere.
Telluride out. Yeah, like seriously, like they went from making cars in 2008 that looked like they were designed in the 1980s to, I don't know, just really actually pretty good cars like the Stinger, the Telluride.
Telluride, hell yeah.
I actually rode in a Stinger, and honestly, kind of blew me away. It was fast.
Wow.
And the inside
Okay.
is nice. It's pretty nice.
I don't know how they did it, but just one day they woke up and it's like, okay, let's stop making crappy cars. But here's the thing, okay? This week, we're not talking about the good of Korean cars. Prepare your fires, guys, because this is going to be another roast of the 2021 Kia Optima. Have you seen this, guys?
Unfortunately, yes.
Can we ignore him? Is it possible to ignore him? Like, we don't actually have to respond to what he's saying. We can just continue and be like, all right, guys, thanks for the episode. We're closing it out here. See you next week. Jeff's mic broke, so we can't hear him anymore. Like, what's he going to do if I just stop the recording, you stop the recording, and we both just close Discord? Nothing. Like, we don't actually have to talk about this, Andrew.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, we've seen it. And that's it's hideous. And thanks for listening to our show.
Yeah. It looks like a Lincoln. Good night, guys. It actually does look like a Lincoln, though.
I don't know what the hell it looks like. It looks ugly.
Like, you seen the back end? Looks like a Lincoln.
Yeah. I don't know, but I was about to say it has the that chrome strip that the Hyundai Sonata had, but in the back.
But and shorter in the front. I mean, at least.
It also has the feature that was actually the title of our last week's podcast.
Headlights up the ass.
Oh yeah, headlights up the ass. There you go.
Another piece of news I have was that I posted this on Instagram, so guys go follow us on Instagram, the Curbside Podcast. Plug. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan Black Label came out.
Cullinan Black Label? What is it, a freaking whiskey, dude? Like, what is this shit?
So the Black Label is Rolls-Royce's, normal Cullinan with a blacked out grille, blacked out interior trim, engine tuned up to like 600 horsepower.
Oh, I saw this one. This is one where you posted on the Instagram where it was like, this is literally tailored towards drug dealers and like gangbangers.
Yeah, mafia bosses only.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rolls-Royce says this in their press release, okay? They said, the black badge cars are for men and women who take risks, break rules, and build success on their own terms. So yeah, mob bosses.
Or drug dealers. Let's not forget about them.
Exactly.
So Colombia, if you're listening to us and you have a couple $100 million in cash that's burning a hole in your pocket, Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Is literally for you.
Pretty much, right? Because I mean, like, if you're gonna, break rules and whatnot to make your own success, and you're gonna make that much money, what else are you gonna do?
I'm actually surprised that, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they have a special buying process for these type of individuals that they're talking about. That may not
How
be
many
available
pounds of drugs
through-
do you sell each year?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you have to contact our black badge department in order to buy it. We'll give you the special number, sir.
And cash transactions only.
Yeah, exactly. Rolls-Royce is now gladly accepting the money from shady characters of the world.
Clean bills only.
Uh-huh.
Guys, have any other news?
No, man. I just want a Charger Hellcat, but that's pretty much it.
And I don't want a Kia Optima.
Yeah. Should have ended the episode before Jeff started talking, honestly.
All right, we're gonna start a GoFundMe page for Parts Hellcat.
Hell
and
yeah.
then a GoFundMe page for budget to buy a Kia Optima and set it on fire.
That'll be our first Top Gear episode.
Yeah. And spend more towards the Charger Hellcat GoFundMe first. And then you can worry about the Kia.
I gotta make sure we don't accidentally set the wrong car on fire.
Yes.
Nah, I'm pretty sure you can tell the difference. One looks pretty decent, the other one is fucking hideous.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening to this week's Pergside Card Past. This week's Curbside
Yes,
Podcast.
that's what we're doing.
As always, you can find us at thecurbsidepodcast.com, where you could find the links to all our platforms and a link to our Libsyn page, which gives you guys links to the Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, and whatsoever. I got my Final Cut fixed, so I am posting episodes on our YouTube channel.
Yay.
Please go subscribe to that. It's got a whopping 2 subscribers right now,
Whoa.
so let's
and
make
Barth.
it more than 2. No, dude, it's not
be
even
honest, I don't
you
think
and Barth.
it's me.
It's like, it's me and someone else. Those are our 2 subscribers. Our host. Guys, go subscribe to it. You'll find our full episodes, clips of our episodes, and, maybe we'll start rolling out some other content.
And Jeffrey's going to start a GoFundMe for the Charger Hellcat. Please donate generously. And also another GoFundMe for the Kia that we're going to be setting on fire.
Yes,
And that'll be on our YouTube
yes,
channel with 2
that's-
subscribers.
3 now. I just clicked subscribe.
Oh, yes. Sweet. Parth, go subscribe,
I'm doing it,
man.
I'm doing it.
channel's blowing up.
And as always, thank you to Kid Dope for letting us use this song, Fast Cars and Wild Hearts, as the theme song for our podcast. And let's see. We've got homework, guys. Ferrari v Ford came out today. And we'll have a review of that up for you on the podcast in the coming weeks. So be excited for that. And as always, I am Jeff.
I'm Parth.
I'm still Andrew.
Remember, drive safe, and life is too short to drive boring cars.
Later.